Well, Rocky, my cat, has been giving me a big problem. For a couple of years, he was happy with the cat food that I was giving him. And then he just stopped eating it. He just refused to eat it. So I bought him Lucy. I bought him the Lucy cat food. He liked it for a few days and then didn't want to eat it anymore. I tried other bags of food, a couple of other bags of food, just nibbled on them and then just didn't want.
All right, so Linda, let me resolve this for you. This is not your cat's problem. This is Linda's problem. In other words, if I didn't eat, or someone didn't eat what they were served every day, and you kept changing the food, why should they eat the food? I mean, unless you're talking that the cat's not eating for 3 days in a row or 2.5 days in a row, that's one perspective. But every time you change the cat's food, you're reinforcing the cat's reasoning for not eating it.
Well, I've left it out. I didn't. I've left I left several bowls of food out.
Leaving after he's off the. No, here's what you need to do. Let's get the cat to eat a little bit. Okay, I'm going to send you something. Before we do that, here's what I want you to try. Let's take the Lucy pet food, and let's heat it up before you give it to them. But before you heat it up, what I'd like you to do is overnight, just take a little plastic container, put some really smelly stuff on one side. I don't care if it's chicken, anchovy, whatever it is. Separate it so that the dog food or the Lucy food's on the other side. Leave it in the refrigerator overnight. Nuke it in the morning or microwave it in the morning for maybe 2 or 3 seconds. Make sure it's nice and cool. Then give it to the cat. I'm going to talk about this later too, but cats eat with their nose. So it's also part of a problem. And I had this not too long ago. And I'm so glad I do this show because, and I don't know if it's any egotistical, but sometimes people don't get it. Sometimes if you have a cat that eats normally and all of a sudden the cat stops eating normally, it could be indicative that their nose is clogged up or they have a little bit of a cold. Because cats, again, as I said, eat with their nose, not their mouth. So if your cat all of a sudden or gradually stopped eating, maybe a quick conversation with the vet. Recently I had a client calling, I think it was from New Hampshire, and basically I sent them to the vet. I recommended, go to your vet. They cleared out the nose, and their little cat is now getting too chubby because he started eating again. So that's one of the things I would try. But also, before we do anything, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, he watches me when I eat. He sits there and looks at me like he wants my food.
That's exactly what I'm saying. He does want your food. Why? In other words, he's getting bored of his food, and that's okay. I understand that, but it's much safer for the cat to eat the cat food. So he's obviously hungry. I'm assuming he's been to the vet. I'm assuming he doesn't have teeth or gum problems. That could be part of it as well, which can sometimes indicate when a cat stops eating. So the gums, the teeth, all that should be checked. But I want you to check with the vet. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do, Linda, I'm putting you on hold, and I'm going to send you a product that's absolutely amazing. I'm going to send you some of Lucy Pet's kitty lickies. What I want you to do with the kitty lickies, I mean, Alex, tell me, your cats love kitty lickies, right, Alex, all the time? So what you can do if you have a finicky cat is take the kitty lickies, just put a little of the kitty lickies over the food, again, pop it in the microwave for a couple of seconds, and that should help as well. But I think you might have a conversation with the vet. I don't know if you had the cat's teeth checked or the gums checked or maybe just the stuffed nose. And a lot of people don't realize that. I mean, and I don't want to sound like the know-it-all, but I've been doing this show for a whole bunch of years, over 41 years now. And very frequently I'll get a question about a cat that stopped eating and occasionally a dog, and as soon as the vet cleared their nose, they started eating again.